Hi, I'm Mark and welcome to Mark, my astrology channel. If you're a subscriber, then thank you very much. If not, I'd appreciate if you wouldn't mind hitting the button at the end of the video. We start April with a new moon. The new moon's in Aries and it's your 6th house, Scorpio. Now, being in Aries, it means it's time to be spontaneous. And because it's the first new moon of the new astrological year, it's a good time to embrace something that's fresh and new. Use your initiative, because this is the Aries new moon. Put things into place. Now, being in the 6th house, it's all to do with your diet, your health, your exercise, all those routines that perhaps now you could inject some of your energy into. Also at work, it may be that you can reorganise at work, streamline things so that you can be more efficient. Now, the new moon is also conjunct Mercury, so this is great for commerce and starting up a new venture. And it's also conjunct Chiron, so this will allow you to overcome any past hurts or past fears, and that you can put those to rest now and move forward. As well as the new moon on the 1st, we have other aspects that tie in. The first is an aspect between Saturn and Juno. This is a conjunction. This means it's time to make a commitment. Now, Saturn being in your 4th house, this could be related to the home. Juno is about making long-term commitments. Saturn is also square the moon's nose, which are across the 1st and 7th. So this is a time when you need to balance your needs with the needs of others and also around the house. So maybe it's time to make a schedule about who does the washing up. Also, we have Neptune making an aspect to the moon's north node. So there could be someone who comes into your life, and maybe briefly, maybe permanently, who's much more spiritually orientated and not so materialistic. And this could do you well, because this could teach you things that maybe you need to learn at this time. Also, it's very important that your relationships, if you're in a long-term relationship, that you don't put too much sacrifice in one way or another. Your partner or you need to get a good balance now. On the 4th, Mars, who's been invigorated by the new moon in Aries, wants to get on and do things, especially connected with the home. But Saturn's saying no, slow down. Because Mars comes right up and conjunct Saturn, but Saturn thwarts his energy a little bit. So it may be that you need to slow down and ground yourself so that you don't get carried away and too overwhelmed by the Mars energy. Could cause frustrations, irritations on this day, so just be aware of that and channel the energy well so you don't get irritable. But there's a positive aspect on this day as well. This is from Jupiter to the moon's north node. This aspect lasts for 8 days, and this will bring people to you that can help you. People will emerge, maybe out of the shadows, and they will give you information, and they will help you to an extent that this will maybe open a new door or point you in a completely new direction. But this is a very beneficial aspect for you. On the 7th, we have our biggest and most important astrological event of the year. This is the conjunction between Jupiter and Neptune in Pisces. And this doesn't happen very often. The last time it happened was in 1856, and this was a truly amazing year. We had no fewer than 4 Nobel Prize winners born that year, and we had great people who influenced us born as well. George Bernard Shaw, Sigmund Freud, and Tesla, all to name but a few. Also, the emergence of the blues music came this year. So it's a very creative and artistic aspect to have. And you've got it in the 5th house, which is the house of creativity. So this is going to be amazing for you. If you work in the creative industry, you'll be buzzing. You'll have great new ideas come through. And there will be a quiet revolution. It's not going to be like the last big aspects from Saturn and Uranus. This is more of a quiet cultural revolution. People are fed up with the way the governments have been handling things, and there will be a lot of changes coming in. But it will be done in a quiet, more spiritual manner rather than the hard and fast protesting of the other heavier weight planets. Now, this is going to bring cultural changes as well. So if you're involved in any of the creative industries, it'll be fantastic. The film, theatre, television, artistic pursuits, dance, music, all of these will be affected by this fantastic aspect. Make the most of it, Scorpio. Between the 7th and the 10th, Mercury's going through your 6th house and makes no fewer than 4 aspects between these days. Now Mercury's at home in this 6th house because it's the house of Virgo. This is a time when you can use your analytical skills, look closely at things, especially your work or your daily routines, and see where there's changes that needs to take place, and you can work on these in the coming weeks. On the 12th, the Sun makes a positive aspect to Saturn, and again the Sun is in that 6th house, so now you can put these things that Mercury highlighted into action. This will give you good self-discipline and organisational skills. Now on the 14th, it's a bit of a tricky day because we have Mars making an aspect to the Black Moon Lilith. Now these two are both at 29 degrees, so they're what we call anoretic. They've lost their power and they've lost their way a bit. They really can't wait to get into the next sign, so they're not functioning as they would normally. So it's not a good idea to make any decisions on this day. Let it pass. On the 16th, we have our first full moon of the new astrological year. This full moon is in Libra and it's in your 12th house. Now the full moon is at 26 degrees Libra. This is classically a critical degree, so it gives it more power and strength and intensity. Now the thing here is for you, Scorpio, is that you've been working very hard, you've done a lot of 6th house work and organisation and things. It's time now to get balanced in your life and to just chill out and to realise that you can't be full on all the time. You need some downtime. You need time to think about things, so it's time to go within and think about things that are maybe lying deeper beneath the surface. This full moon will allow you to do that, and especially with Libra. Libra is about balance. It's about restoring equilibrium into your life, so just take some downtime and use it wisely. We just spoke about having some downtime, but it's sometimes hard to do, and on the 17th friends and family may want to draw you out and take you out for an exciting day out, because we have Mercury making an aspect with Uranus, which is always going to excite the mind mentally. This is in your 7th house of others, so it'll probably be other people that are getting excited and wanting you to join them, and we have Venus making an aspect, so this is good for having a positive, maybe creative and artistic kind of day. Then the following day we have another one of those aspects where the Sun is 29 degrees, it's anoretic, Pluto's almost there, he's 28 to at least 28 degrees, so again, not a good day for making decisions. Maybe just go with the flow on this day and let things pass, and the next day you'll be back to normal. On the 20th, the Sun has now moved into Taurus. This is your 7th house and makes a positive aspect with the Black Moon Lilith, who's now moved sign into Cancer and is in your 9th house. So this is a time when you can show off your talents and what you can do. You'll be full of charisma and charm, and you'll be able to charm the birds out of the trees. And on the 21st, we have Juno also changing signs, moving into Pisces. This is your 5th house. This is the house of love and creativity. So it could be a time over the next week or so when new love comes into your life, or it could be some kind of soul union that happens. Now if you're already in a relationship, it could be a time when you're thinking about long-term firm commitment. Between the 23rd and the 27th we have Venus, the planet of love, coming together in conjunction Neptune in the house of love, your 5th house. Now these two make a very positive aspect to the other conjunction at the same time, and that's the conjunction between Mercury and the Moon's North Node. So fate is involved here as well, destiny. So your destiny could change. There could be a soul union come along. It could be a lover, it could be a friend, it could be anyone. It could be a new addition to your family. Anything could happen that would bring someone close to you who's part of your soul group. The other good thing is we also have a positive aspect from Jupiter on the 29th. Now this is to Pluto, your ruler, So this means there's going to be another creative, constructive change that's happening in your life, and you need to be prepared for this and ready to act on any fantastic things that happen. On the 30th we have our second new moon of the month. Now there's no astrological significance to this because they're in different signs, but the pagans used to say years ago this was a black moon. This was very good for performing rituals or spells. Now the new moon is in Taurus, and that's in your 7th house, and it's also a partial solar eclipse. Now this eclipse series is one that belongs to the Saros 6 North series, and is renowned for bringing commitments and responsibilities that you need to take care of. Also, it could be to do with authority figures as well, because these kind of authority figure relationships are also highlighted by this eclipse. So it may be that you have to step up to the mark and take responsibility for something around this time. Now the eclipses are wild cards, and no less wild than this one because it's conjunct Uranus, so you need to expect the unexpected. Anything could happen, so be prepared. And being in the 7th house, this is definitely going to involve other people, so it could be with your relationship, your family, friends, anybody, but it could be that there's an intense involvement with this eclipse. It could be that there's a transformation taking place over the coming weeks. Thank you for watching the April review. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please subscribe, and if you'd like to leave a message, I'd love to hear from you.